Untitled Chapter with NCAA Digital with a look at 10 of the greatest national championship games in college volleyball history. I went with 5 setters on this list and we're gonna go in chronological order. First up, USC versus UCLA in 1981. The first ever NCAA Women's Volleyball National Championship was a huge rivalry between the two LA schools. UCLA hosted the title match on its campus, but the two teams traded sets before USC came out on top of a 5-set thriller. Next, Hawaii versus USC. The very next year, Hawaii was the #1 ranked team in the nation in 1982, but found themselves down 2-0 to USC. But led by middle blocker Detre Collins, who posted 25 kills and 7 blocks, and Corey Pulaski, who chipped in 23 kills, the Bows pulled off the reverse sweep of USC to win their first NCAA title under Dave Shoji. They ended up winning a back-to-back title in 1983 too. In 1984, UCLA took down Stanford with a huge comeback in the 5th set. Stanford held an 11-2 lead in that final set, so the comeback was absolutely epic. My next championship matchup was in 1997, Stanford versus Penn State. The Cardinal had lost only 2 matchups that season, both at the hands of the Nittany Lions, Terry Zemaitis and crew. Stanford took the first 2 sets, but PSU forced a 5th. But the Cardinal pulled through, winning its 3rd title in 4 seasons. The year before that, Kerry Walsh, you might have heard that name, led the Cardinal to a sweep over Hawaii. Moving to 1998, Long Beach State versus Penn State. This was the first year the NCAA tournament was expanded to 64 teams. Misty May led Long Beach State to the first undefeated season in NCAA women's volleyball history with a 5-set title win. She shared the most outstanding player honors with Penn State's Lauren Cacciamani. Fast forward to 2000, we have another undefeated season, this time for the Nebraska Huskers. Gregory Sapero won MOP of the 5-set title matchup, and John Cook won his first championship in his first season as head coach. Next, Penn State versus Stanford, again in 2007. This was the first of the Nittany Lions' historic run of 4 straight titles. Megan Hodge posted 26 kills as they stunned top-seeded Stanford. The game was a classic, full of star-studded players. Hodge, obviously, Nicole Fawcett, Alicia Glass, Krista Hermato, and Feluke Akinradenwo for Stanford. A great title matchup. Another one of the 4 PSU titles makes the list with Penn State versus Texas in 2009. Texas's Destiny Hooker won MOP after she set an NCAA record of 34 kills in the 5-set battle. Penn State, however, won the title, finishing 38-0 on the season. The Lions rallied back from a 2-0 deficit for their 3rd consecutive title. I have 2 more. Stanford versus Nebraska in 2018 makes the list. Now we're talking names like Catherine Plummer, Morgan Hens for Stanford, and Michaela Fecky and Lauren Stivrins on Nebraska as the 2 storied programs faced off. After alternating wins in each of the 5 sets, Stanford walked away with its first of 2 back-to-back titles. Lastly, I have the most recent championship between Wisconsin and Nebraska in 2021. Dana Retke, the AVCA National Player of the Year, finally got her national title, Wisconsin's first in program history. Anna Smrek, the freshman, though, won MOP with 14 kills at a 429 clip. The Badgers set a record for the most blocks in a title match with 24. So there they are, 10 of the greatest national championship matchups in NCAA women's volleyball history so far.